we were talking earlier about obviously the Repo Man because the Repo Man is where I was first introduced to you. But of course, as I kind of got more into wrestling, 93, 94, 95, and then obviously I started going back and seeing what I'd missed from the 1980s. And I remember how much Demolition stood out to me the very first time I kind of laid eyes on you and Bill, the look, the intensity, the presentation, the music, it was just all there. Um, how much fun did you have as part of Demolition? Because it looked like it was an absolute blast.
It was I had a great time. It was probably the easiest gimmick to do because it was kind of like every guy's dream is to be able to just beat up people and scream and yell and be the bad guy. So it was a pretty easy thing to do for me, and it was fun. But I'll tell you, starting out, in the WWF at I'll say that because that was the name back
Mhm.
then. But you know, that's every wrestler's dream is to finally wrestle for that because that's the big gun. That's Madison Square Gardens, Boston Gardens. So the first day I get in there, I was only like 24, 25 years old. So I've only been in the business for about 5 years. And I walk in the dressing room, and the first guy I meet is, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, then Don Morocco and Paul Orndorff, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. And I'm a mark for these guys because being in the smaller wrestling organizations, you're always looking at these guys on TV and you're going, oh my God. So that was the first time I was in my life I was ever like, holy shit, I'm with these guys, shaking hands with them, and they automatically liked me because I was with the Masked Superstar and I was his partner. So I
Mm.
had I had some, a little bit of credibility being there, and they all knew that we're going to get a push to be somebody. So now the hardest part was you had all these tag teams were the greatest tag teams ever.
Mm.
And now there's a new team being created by Vince McMahon. And everybody knows, uh-oh, we got a new tag team that they're going to push and they're going to start beating everybody. So you had to get in the ring and you had to wrestle them, but yet be strong enough to look like you were better than them. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Without having them get mad at you. Because you needed them to help you get over.
Mm.
And you had to pull teeth with some people, and it got to be tough. But after about 6 months or so, then the other teams really knew, hey, the Demolition, we can have some good matches with these guys. So then pretty soon, it was easy matches with everybody, and then we became champions. Then they all wanted to work with you because you know we had good matches with everybody,
Mm.
and that's what everybody wanted to have. Even though you
Who,
didn't have the belt, if you had a good match, it gave you credibility, and they made more money.